Flea markets, that's my word of the day. Hi, I'm Mike. Welcome to my watchmaking channel. I want to say eBay, eBay, eBay. That's all I hear for finding used watches. Well, I went this weekend to a local flea market, and here's what I got. I picked up two mechanical watches from American manufacturers that were probably made in the 1960s. They're both very similar, but they both have different characteristics. To manage expectations, I'm not going to be working on these watches in this video. This is just a quick video to show you what's coming up. This is a Gruen Precision 17 jewel manual wind watch. Looks like the dial's in great shape. It has a gold index around the outside of the dial. The indices are these gold slabs with a black stripe down the middle. So here's a closer look. It has a screw-off back, water and shock resistant, anti-magnetic. The movement might be just a little bit loose in the case. We'll have to check that. We have a band, a bracelet actually. Chrysler, USA. There's a couple of links that are in contempt, so I'm going to have to try to repiece this back together. I do like these end links here. It's about the same radius as the watch, so I wonder if this wasn't original to the watch. Let's take it over to the time grapher and see how it's running. After one pass on the time grapher, I'd have to sum it up by saying it's not running great. It's running fast, about 19 seconds a day. Amplitude isn't very strong. It's around 235, 236. So let's see if it's running any better in any of the other positions. I don't think I've ever seen a watch so inconsistent, but that's part of the fun. Take something inconsistent and try to make it consistent enough that you can tell time by it. Let's move on, and I'd like to show you the next watch in line. Watch number 2. This is a Benrus Automatic 25 jewel men's watch. Probably about the same vintage as the one we just saw. Look how similar these are. Okay, they both have those slab markers with the black stripe down the middle. They both have those similar stick hands. On this Benrus, we have the black stripe also on the hands. I think that's a nice touch. Benrus is a little bit bigger. It has a date. It's an automatic watch, and it has a gold face. So there's the basic differences. And overall, this one is running as well. We'll put it on the time grapher, see what the time grapher says. But it's been running. Interestingly, let's flip it over. Look at what that says. That's a nice clue. Open through crystal. So this is a top loader. I'm not quite sure whether there's a bezel there or whether we just need to use the crystal lifter, compress it and remove it. But it definitely could use a cleanup. So we want to give this a nice cleanup. I don't even want to know what's in between there. Just stuff. Now, both Benrus and Gruen are American companies that started out around the late 19th century and had success in the early and mid 20th centuries. And both of those companies basically had legal issues or financial issues and stopped making watches sometime in the mid 1970s. Well, talk about consistency. This one is running poorly as well. It is losing more than half a minute a day. The amplitude is low. It's at 153. While the numbers aren't great, at least the lines are straight, so it's behaving consistently. So after a good cleaning, I'm sure this watch and the other watch, I'm sure that will make a huge amount of difference. Clean them, lubricate them, get them back together, and this serves as the baseline. So, all right, you know what? Flea market. The word of the day is flea market. And this is what you get. Oh, by the way, was anyone wondering what I paid for these watches? I'll tell you, I paid $25 a piece. So, not great, but for $25, I'd say working on these watches will be an education. So, that is money well spent. Well, there we go. I think I've seen enough. Anywho, these are my two flea market finds. My name's Mike. The channel is Watch with Mike. If you are new into watchmaking or you're just interested in following along, please consider subscribing to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the space below. Be good, be well, and be safe. And I'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.